By the way, the Supreme Court ruled in a number of cases, as you're well aware. I want to give you a little background why Texas did what Texas did, which was, in essence, to require abortion clinics to meet the same health and safety standards as other surgical offices, and to ensure that doctors had official relationships with hospitals within 30 miles of their clinics, should there be an emergency, should there be something wrong. And the Supreme Court today, 5 justices, Breyer writing for the 4 goose steppers, and the pathetic Anthony Kennedy, who's now written the decision in the same-sex marriage case, who's written the decision in the affirmative action case, has now thrown his weight behind the Radical 4. Incredible. They said this is a burden. It's a heavy burden. So now the federal government is micromanaging decisions by states about health and safety. And not even the federal government. 5 justices on the Supreme Court. Pretty incredible, isn't it? I want to remind you why Texas did what it did and about 12 other states. Remember Kermit Gosnell? Well, there's a Washington Post piece. I helped expose this man. He ran a slaughterhouse. I believe it was in West Philadelphia, yes. And the piece says, and they took their time, the Washington Post, to get to this issue. But I want to remind you that when Hillary Clinton is cheering this decision, and when Donald Trump is absolutely silent, he doesn't even tweet one sentence on this decision, what kind of hell we're facing as a culture. Sarah Cliff, over there at the Washington Post, who is Kermit Gosnell? This is from 2013. He's a doctor who, since 1979, has run an abortion clinic called the Women's Medical Society in West Philadelphia. He is not, according to a grand jury report published in 2011, an obstetrician or a gynecologist. 40 years ago, he started but failed to complete a residency. All right, fine. Well, what happened at this abortion clinic? You ready? Because I'm going to remind you, because the Supreme Court ruling is being read with sterile indifference, and Hillary Clinton is celebrating it. The grand jury report is full of horrific and gruesome details about the clinic that Gosnell ran for more than 30 years. Patients were neglected. Providers were not certified, and cats were allowed to roam and defecate in the clinic. The walls appeared to be urine splattered, the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office found when it inspected the clinic on August 20, months after it had closed that February. The procedure tables were old and one had ripped plastic on it. Suction tubing, which was used for abortion procedures and doubled as the only available suction source for resuscitation, was corroded. Philadelphia law bars abortions after 24 weeks gestation, at which point a fetus is considered to be likely viable outside the womb. Gosnell performed multiple abortions at 24 and a half weeks. The grand jury report found many of those procedures underestimated the period of gestation. In fact, one employee estimated about 40% of the clinic's abortions occurred after 24 weeks. Gosnell killed the babies born alive in his clinic, the grand jury found. Gosnell had a simple solution for the unwanted babies he delivered. He killed them, the report said. He didn't call it that. He called it ensuring fetal demise. The way he ensured fetal demise was by sticking scissors in the back of the baby's neck and cutting the spinal cord. And this is what Texas is trying to prevent. Another Gosnell. Another slaughterhouse. And Hillary Clinton celebrating the Supreme Court decision. And 5 justices said it's much too much of a burden for the state of Texas to insist on surgical conditions in an abortion clinic and to insist that the doctors have a professional relationship with an area hospital within 30 miles. Oh, such a burden. Such a terrible burden. You want me to go on? I don't think I will. We will link to this story after the program, as I do all articles that I refer to. But just so you know, another bad day in the Supreme Court is another bad day for America.